Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me again for another DIY tutorial. So many times I come out here in my shop to build something and I literally have like no plan, no idea what I'm gonna make. I just kind of start grabbing scrap wood and throw something together. But today I have a plan. I am so tired of my iPad laying on my table where I work and design and create t-shirts and my custom tumblers and stuff like that. You know, I bought a little case for it whenever I purchased it, and it doesn't stand up very well. So today I'm going to be creating an iPad stand, and I'm just going to be using a 1x8, and this one's, you know, like probably 30 inches long, and so I'll just be cutting it into 2 pieces and making a few other cuts on it. And this is probably the most simple thing I have ever made for you guys, with maybe the exception of my wine bottle holder. But anyways, just stay tuned, follow along, and I'll walk you through the steps and leave the measurements and other details for you in the description below.
Okay, so here I'm just straightening up my factory end on the board and removing a staple. And next I'm measuring to cut the board into 2 pieces, a 9-inch piece and then a 12-inch piece. Next I used the little scrap piece that I cut off just to kind of use it as a guide for the thickness where I'm going to be creating a little notch. Here I am using my chop saw to cut out the notch, and that will make a little bit more sense here in just a second. And next, I thought it would be a great idea to use a chisel to break out that little notched piece. Well, guess what? Not the greatest idea. Yeah, seriously.
You saw what happened, just cracked right in 2. So yeah, sometimes that's just how it goes. So now I've got to dig around and see if I can find another piece of wood. But I did find a scrap of 1x6. So I cut them both 9 inches, 12 inches, and then I marked this little slot 2.5 inches up, and then the exact half of the width of the board. So basically these are going to be notched out and they will slide in and fit together. But I'm gonna try to notch them out differently. I was trying to use my chop saw to notch out, and it was looking really sloppy and all. I was just trying to make it like super simple, because I know not everyone has routers and other tools, jigsaws, stuff like that. So I'm gonna do this the correct way now. Just a little router that I got at Harbor Freight. I'm either gonna use that or my jigsaw. I think I'm leaning more towards the jigsaw, and then if I need to straighten up the cuts or anything, I'll make adjustments. You know, like I said, guys, I never know what I'm gonna do. I did have a plan, it failed as you saw, and now I'm starting over basically, but I didn't bore you with all that jazz measuring and cutting because you saw me do that the first time. So they are going to slide all the way together, but I've got to do a little sanding. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I've got to do a little sanding to get these to fit and slide perfectly together. But there it is so far, and I'm not going to bore you with the sanding process. So give me just a few seconds and I will show you it sanded and put together.
I decided to do one more thing to this little stand. Oh my goodness, this is so crazy how many things have gone wrong. That is so my iPad cord can fit through it and I can charge it while I'm using it. So once again, this project that was supposed to be super simple, and it really could have been had I just started with the right tools in the first place and tried to do things the right way in the first place, but I was trying to take some shortcuts and simplify it. And like I said earlier, you saw the failure in that. So yeah, it doesn't look the greatest, but this is just for me and my personal use. If I was making these to sell, I would definitely perfect them. Okay. So I could just leave this raw as you see it here, or I could stain it or even just put a sealer on it. But as for now, I'm just going to leave it raw because I am in desperate need of it ASAP. So anyways, I really do appreciate you watching, and I hope that you will be encouraged to try something like this on your own, and definitely like and subscribe and come back for more DIY tutorial videos.